Why is the video unavailable? Okay, there I am. I'm just testing. I got this cool thing across the top now. So it shows where the flight is. Let's see what this thing is called. It's called Sim Toolkit Pro. And I'm just experimenting with it. Got a lot of good information on it. Departure, arrival, the speed indicated, vertical speed, altitude, heading, ATC call sign, network, ETA, what kind of airplane and what phase I'm in. And here's this closed captioning. Why? Let's see if I'm smart enough to figure out what's going on. Use dyslexia font. Down there. Reset position. Says it's down there. Enable square text box. Horizontal text box. I don't even see a text box. I close captioning text. Caption issue detected. Stay on there so you can read it. Closed caption from the broadcaster not detected. Gotta go to some website and turn it on. Well, there's the music. I don't know whether you guys can click on those or not. Let me go over and do that for fun. Might as well have some music while we're doing this. I found a really cool French station. I like that. Providing it's not overpowering. Iron Joy 124. Are you really here? Remember, I'm really new, so. Is rating with a party of 5. There's really, you guys are really here? I've never been rated before. Unsuitable, just rated. Unsuitable AK, just rated. Well, everybody, Iron Joy 124, welcome. Well, as you can see, I'm a new streamer, so I am trying to figure out this new hang on a minute. I got this new fancy mouse. It's a Logitech 604, I believe he is. Yeah, 604. Anyway, you can use the mouse for both your Mac and your gaming computer, so that's really cool. Stop spamming emotes. Hey man, I'm sorry. I got this Nightbot and it's moderating me. So I have no idea what it's doing. It's kind of fun to read it though. Just rated the channel with 5 viewers. One message was deleted by the moderator. Nightbot timed out. IronJoy 124 for 5 seconds. Reason: stop spamming emotes. Automated by Nightbot. So anyway, good luck with all this, you guys. I was trying to why my music stopped, I do not know. Let's see what this thing says. Recently played. I don't guess you guys can't actually control it. Let your viewer DJ your stream by using bits to vote for songs from the Stream Safe Pretzel Music Library. Uninstall. I've got it installed. Connect to Pretzel. Connection failed. Okay, forget it. Back to channel. Hey, we're looking at my new aircraft. This is a ToLiss 321. It's only been out for a couple weeks. And all that equipment you see on there is JAR Designs Ground Handling Deluxe. Closed. Could not find any songs to play. Let's see what's going on here. Unlock the power of the playlist. Level up to premium account. Huh. Now, I understand that, but let me look. Let's see. That French Feeling album. And here comes a song. So anyway, we have the ToLiss 321. We're in Kansas City. We've got JAR Designs Ground Handling Deluxe. And we got JAR Designs Copilot. I'd like to say hi to her. Let's see where she's at.
My name is Linda. I am your first officer today,
You need
sir.
to look over at her. There she is, Linda. Hi, Linda. I'm not sure why it keeps jumping back to that outside view. Again, what I'm doing is testing out this Sim Toolkit Pro. I need to turn off the sound because it's in my ear. If I had my camera on, I'd show you guys my new mouse. It's very cool. Okay, so let's look at the airplane here while I go over here and look at the music again. Don't have any idea why I'm seeing that page. Well, it wants me to go to premium. Let's see what that does. Only $149 per year. Okay. I'm not ready to do that. How about some chill piano? Let's see what happens. Cinematic sound. Listen to it for a minute. If you guys are familiar with this problem with music on your stream, YouTube, all of that, you cannot play any music that's broadcast that you don't have the rights to. So there's all of these companies now that are providing hang on a minute while I figure out why I'm hearing all this. Oh, the joys of streaming and all the toys that come with it. Okay, I've got my AirPods on. I'm listening to my Mac. I've got the sound. Oh, I don't have the sound muted. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there's hope for us yet. Well, the one thing about this ToLiss that drives everybody nuts is the fact that when you first get in the airplane, the screens are all dim. Now, what you can do to solve this problem is you can preset everything, and then you can save. I'll show you up here. See if I've got one for Kansas City. Load the situation. It doesn't look like I have one for Kansas City, so let's set one up. So what you do is you set all your screens up. If it would cooperate. Yeah, here comes this screen. This screen here. Let's make sure it's all the way up. Let's go up on the overhead. Another program I'm using that's cool is called X Camera 2.4. And what it does, it allows you to find or get camera positions so that you can, just by clicking the mouse on a little control screen, you can jump around and I'm setting the IRs up there. You're supposed to wait until that battery light goes off before you go to the next one. But when Linda does it, she just goes racing across there, so. Again, I'm wondering about the fact that this screen is just jumping all over the place without me picking the views. I think I've got it. No, I guess not. You can adjust it so that you cannot move it. So that comes in handy on some screens, but then on others you want to be able to move it. So now we got IRS is going to be in alignment in over 7 minutes. So if you're familiar with the real Airbus, it like I say, when you get in it, first of all, it's going to be dark, and all the screens are going to be dark. And the reason for that is to save the CRTs. You don't want them prematurely going out, so everything's shut off. So anyway, let's go back up here to the plug-in. There it went again. So we want to current situation and save the situation file. Enter minimum of 4 characters. Oops, wrong keyboard. KMCI prep. And saving that situation now means I can go back over here and click this button. It will automatically. Now this is the simulation control system, so you get this with your ToLiss, and let's go through it. You can situations, aircraft configuration, you can change the kind of engines, you can change whether you're just a regular Neo or whether you're a long range Neo or an extra long range. This extra long range will go 4,700 miles. And number of acts or access doors. Door configuration, I've got that on auto, use Imperial units, and you want that SATCOM on the top of it. And the aircraft gets older and older. I'm not exactly sure what happens. This is the load preference, so you can set all kinds of block fuel, and we need to reload that fuel. I almost ran out of gas coming in here. I had about 9,000 pounds, but I messed up on the flight. I descended before I I was at 31. I descended to stand by a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go tend the fire and go to the little boy's room. Some of my tip jars bouncing around. Okay. I'm guessing maybe that this thing across the top up here is a progress bar. So as we fly the flight, it'll go all the way across. I'm kind of liking this. This again is Sim Toolkit Pro, and supposedly it allows you to do everything. So, I mean, flight planning, charts, and it's all free. So I'm still experimenting with it. So we were talking about the load page. So you can see on here that almost like my views are automatically switching on their own. Maybe I don't know how to operate it. Okay. If you watch right here, and if you increase the payload, it goes up. It shows you where your center of gravity is, and also where what your weight is going to be downstream on your flight. As you know, or maybe you guys don't know, you have to worry about your zero fuel weight and your landing weight. So if you're flying this LR airplane, which will go probably 3,500 miles, and we're going to go 250 miles. You sure can't fill it up with gas and passengers and go, because you'll be way over the landing weight, and so you can't land in St. Louis. So you're restricted by your landing weight for your takeoff weight, and that is what this graph helps you see. And then of course you got ground service. I've got external power. You can do a pushback. You can open your doors. Like I have my doors open right now, not automatic, so that I can have that equipment outside. It's got a failure scenario, which is pretty cool, but I do enough crazy scenarios that I don't need any. And it's got a sound page. You can do things with your joystick. Now I see brake, pedal brake assign, no. Regular braking strength. Use the smart parking brake. Allow brakes on one pedal. Center the current position tiller. Oh, center to current position tiller. Throttles. F1 and F2 can toggle reverse. Oh no, I got a button for that, so I'm okay. And it's also got a general section where you can start up cold start with the external power, and you can use inches of mercury instead of metric for your altimeters, and you can have some visual settings, and it's pretty nice to have this control system that allows you to do an awful lot of things with your airplane. Now let's see where my view is now. I don't know why it's there. Okay, back to the... So this view that I have allows me to move around and also to zoom in. And you can also make these pages bigger so that they're a little bit easier to see, and you can move them around. As you see, I've got all these doors open. Oh, it even shows the avionics bay door, though that's not on the list, and it shows the overwing exits. Oh, there it goes again. I'm gonna have to find out why it's automatically jumping all over without views. I probably got it set like that. After so many seconds, it automatically goes to a new view. Let's look at the control panel. Maybe I've got that. I've got enabled smooth transitions, X-plane realistic, enable temporary positioning, retain mouse lock position. As I say, you've got so many different things that you can set up that it's just crazy. Like I say, I must have something clicked that's allowing it to enable temporary positioning. Let's shut that off just for, and then you have to save everything. If you don't save it, of course, it's not, well, let's look at the FMS a minute. I downloaded the new air ring cycle, so we're in January 2004. I'm sorry, 2014 is the next. I'm trying to think of the word. Oh, one thing you can do is if you've got this as a pop-out and you put your mouse over the spot, you can type it in on your keyboard, which is nice. You don't have to use those crazy buttons. And then you can insert it without having to type on that little keyboard. So our call sign is 577. And cost index, you can put that in pretty easily. And we're going to go over there at about, over there at 24,000. We're not going to be up very long. And you can align your IRSs. And you can go to the next page. And now you got to come up with this zero fuel weight and block fuel. So let's go back down here to this page. I'm listening to the music momentarily. I want to see how loud it is. Sounds pretty good. Coming and going for some reason. Okay, back up here to the zero fuel weight. Where you get that information is from the plug-in. So let's open up that screen again. We can move it over. Let's see what happened to my view again. The nice thing about this simulator also is you can use either one of these and type. So if you've got this screen in the way, you can use the other side. So let's go over there to load. It's showing that our zero fuel weight is 147,706 pounds, and the zero fuel weight CG is 27.4. So we can go over here, and let me see if that will work there. 147.7. Yeah, it's working good. And the zero fuel weight CZ is 27.4. And then you can insert it on that line. Ah, I love it. And we got 20,000 basically pounds of fuel. So we can type that one in. 20. Point. And we'll say 1. Ah, very good. So now it's showing our takeoff weight's 167, our landing weight's 163. If you look over here, we're well below the max takeoff weight for the aircraft, and we're well under the max landing weight for St. Louis. Let's see what we have for our flight plan. Well, we don't have one, so let's do a couple things. Let's put our departure runway in. We're going to say it's 1 left. We're not going to use a SID because I'll show you the star is for St. Louis, starts right at Kansas City. So let's go over here to St. Louis, put in the arrival. Let's do the ILS 11. And we're looking for the coupe arrival, and it says no Bahia, but we're coming over Napoleon. Napoleon's right in Kansas City. That's why we're just going to take off, fly over there, and join the star. So we basically, we have a discontinuity here, so we want to put ANX as our next fix and hook that together. Okay, so we're going to take off on one left. There it goes again. We're going to take off on one left. We're going to make a right turn, go direct to Napoleon. And those are the fixes over to Coop. And then there's the ILS right there into 1-1 and the missed approach. So now the progress page is showing us that we're cruising at flight level 240. Our optimum is 36.4, our maximum is 38.1. Let's look at performance. Now a couple of these you can get by clicking on them. Maybe not. Nope. But I'll show you where you get them. Over here on this control, if you select the flaps, now that we have a runway, and the active flight plan, it'll give you everything you need there. V1 142. And let's look. I thought you could reposition the airplane wherever you like on final, so you can shoot multiple ILSs without having to take off. Toggle replay, show the map. AI controls your views. I don't know whether that is what my problem is. Let's look at that. No, it's not. It's not on. Prep the electrical system for boarding. Start the engines to running. Show ground handling window. That's the ToLiss Copilot stuff. That's our views. That's the developer page. And of course, these are all plugins. I guess I need to drink some water. Excuse me. Well, what was I saying? 142 is the next speed. V1 and VR sometimes are exactly the same. And V2 is the best single engine climb speed. So if you lost an engine at V1, you'd pitch up and climb at V2. Let's see, it's saying that our trim is down 0.0. Oops. And it says our flex temperature is 57. This is where you get all this data to put in your FMS. Next phase shows we're going to climb at 250 or 0.7. We're going to cruise at 295 or 0.72. Oh, okay. Now that we have that route correct, it's showing the flight time is 23 minutes. The distance is 145 miles. The total flight time is going to be 40 minutes. And we'll land with 15.9. There's the descent, 0.68 and 310. And then you need to put in the arrival data. Remember, the reason for this is the airplane figures out based on the temperatures and its load what final approach speed is going to be. I'm just putting in generic numbers for now. You would want to put in, we're going to shoot a Cat 3 approach, so we'll say the decision height is at 50 feet. We're landing full flaps. And there's our approach speed, 147, 142. Now this Airbus 321 is a lot bigger than the 320. I think it's got a 14-foot plug in the front of the wing and like an 8-foot plug in the back. It's got more gas tanks in it, so it weighs a lot more, and therefore your approach speeds are a lot higher. So 147, we'll remember that, and that's the go-around information. Again, our flight plan is right there, radio navigation. The Airbus is designed that it knows that you're in Kansas City. It knows that you might have a problem after takeoff, so it's automatically got the ILS to the departure runway already set up. All you gotta do is fly around, turn on your ILS on your flight director, and it's set up for the ILS. You don't have to manually tune it. After we get airborne, we'll set in the information for St. Louis. Right now, the Napoleon VOR is set in there. Remember, I told you that's going to be the first fix after takeoff. For some reason, my pages don't want to work. Let's put that away. Let's get rid of that one. Let's come back into the FMC. And there is the fuel prediction page. So again, 40 minutes, landing with 15.9. It shows our, here it goes again. Shows our gross weight to be 167.8, and our reserve fuel and final fuel and extra. So this fuel load I got on here gives me 3 hours and 15 minutes extra fuel. The company will not be happy that I'm hauling that much gas around. Remember, you want to take a fair amount, but you don't want to take an extreme amount, because it costs money to haul gas. So let's look at the Av tab. We don't have anything on there. Remember, this little thing will allow you to have your approach plates in here, or taxi charts, and they're geosynchronized, so you can see yourself on the map. And here we are parked right there. Kind of nice to be able to watch yourself taxi around the airport, make sure you don't screw it up. Let's see, we can do St. Louis also. And we can put in that coupe. see it, there's Napoleon right there, so that's where we're going to pick it up. And I think we said we were going to shoot the ILS to 11. So we can go find that. That new runway out to the west. That's nice. And there's a frequency. Remember, we're going to set that into that radio page. And we got a 31, 33 frame rate. That's good. So if we were going to talk to VATSIM, we could. The Neo model is nice. It is nice. I like the sharklets, and I like those engines that are on it. Getting dark outside. I like those Leap engines right there. They're a lot bigger and more robust than the smaller engines. Yeah, I like the way those look. I like these paint jobs. It's got the guy on the tail on the wing tips also. Another cool thing it's got, I think we can still see it, is the tail feathers. See them at the bottom of the rudder? So as the rudder moves back and forth, it's kind of a cute little add-on to make it, nobody's ever going to see that, you know, but it's a nice, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I am really happy with the ToLiss. I, for a long time, used JAR Design 320. I really liked it. It's a pretty, it's an accurate simulation of the Airbus, but they have not been keeping it up to date that I know of. I could be wrong. I tried the Flight Factors Airbus 320 Neo. It was a terrible frame rate hog. That's one reason I had to go to actually buy a gaming computer, because I was trying to run this on an iMac, and it was a pretty powerful iMac, but it just wouldn't do it. And the frame rate on the Flight Factors was like 11. Remember, you need a minimum frame rate of 25 to talk on VATSIM, which that's what I wanted to do. The first time I plugged this ToLiss Airbus 321 into my new gaming computer, I got like 115 frame rate. And of course then I go, oh boy, I can turn up all the settings in X-Plane. And by doing that, I ran you can see our frame rate right now is about 35. But that's because I've got my graphic settings on my X-Plane up pretty darn high. Let's see, my fancy new computer is a Dell Alienware R10. The R10 is the motherboard and chip is AMD versus Intel. And right now it's running at 62%. And my temperatures are 48 and 51, so I was just listening to a YouTube video about liquid cooled and fans for computers for your your motherboard and the CPU, and it basically was saying as long as your temperatures are below 100 Celsius, you're pretty fine. So it looks like the fan located in this Alienware, I believe it's only got, well, I think it only has one case fan, and then it has at least one graphics fan mounted on the card. And anyway, I've got 32K of RAM, and it's only using 14.5 right now. So it seems like nighttime is. So let's go up here to ground handling. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Now, before I get rid of that, well, the GPU, even though I've got it here, it if you watch as I unclick these guys, they'll leave. So as you look, everybody's going bye-bye. It's that cool view up on the top of the tail. So I got all these doors open, so let's see, we need to hide all those guys. So that when we push back, we need to put Linda to work here, so let's see, I don't know whether she's done any of this stuff or not.
Preliminary cockpit preparation procedure. Engine 1 master, off. Engine 2 master, off. Landing gear lever down position. Left wiper selector off. Right wiper selector off. Battery 1, auto. Battery 2, auto. External power, on.
You still on here, Iron Joey? Again, welcome if I didn't say that before. Glad to have you. I'm a new streamer and I'm learning how to use all these toys, and I'm using Streamlabs OBS to broadcast, and X-Plane, ToLiss for the airplane,
APU start on.
Pretzel for the music, VBI is providing these cool overlays. Matter of fact, let me show you the first one.
Parking brake, on.
While it's
The AccuPress
running, I
indication
won't
must
be able
be
to
in the
talk to
green
you,
band.
but you guys can watch. that's kind of cool to watch. So if you buy their overlays, you get that little plug-in so you can little advertisement. Now I'm not an affiliate yet, so I don't have advertisements, and I guess that's pretty nice not to have them. So okay, my music sounds good. I sound good. I turned it off over on my other monitor. Well, let's see here. My Windows capture. I wanted to have it so you guys would be able to see the like my sim brief and stuff like that, but I got to be smart enough to display it on my screen. Stand by while I watch. It may be that I just need to get rid of it and start it again. Windows capture, remove. Windows capture, start. Well, I'll be dirty. There it is. You guys can see it. All right, I like that. So this is the sim brief printout, and it's very similar to a real one that a real airline pilot would get. Remember, I was a real Airbus captain at one time in my life, and this is very representative of what the dispatcher would send over to you. So it shows that my block fuel is 9506, even though I've got like 20,000 on it. And has just a lot of good information. There's like the flight log with all the information on it. Winds aloft, flight plan, the weather, and all the NOTAMs, which are crazy. Your release comes to you and it has all this information on it, but what you have to do is figure out what you need and what is, especially NOTAM. You're only going to pay attention to the runway you're going to use, and all the other information that's on here is nice to know for. You know, if you had to switch runways, you could pop out your release and read about what's going on. Oh, here's this information about the auto cost index. Remember, I put 22 in there. This is talking about what those numbers would do for your flight. Of course, there's a graphic of your. There's the winds aloft. Oh, I know, there's a really cool one in here. Yeah, see, it shows your takeoff, where the winds are during the climb, where they are en route, and where they are on the descent. That's really cool. So we got a really strong crosswind up here at the top of climb. That's cool to see. And that's the end of that document. Again, this is sim brief, so I kind of wanted to show you guys what's done, so that would come up on the screen. If I get rid of that, will it get rid of that? I can shut it off right there. Okay. Well, I'm going to end my stream right now. I was just, let's see what it says across the top. Shows what my altitude is right now. What my heading is at the gate. What my call sign is. Again, my network, airplane, and I'm still during the pre-flight. Okay, as always, y'all fly safely. And my next stream will be Monday night at 8 o'clock Central Time. So come and join me. We'll have some fun and see if we can learn some stuff. Take care. So long, Iron Joy 124. It was nice that you came by.